Ever feel like, information overload, just constantly bombarded with stuff,
Yeah, the never-ending news cycle, social media, it's a lot.
It really is. So today we're hitting the refresh button, going way back, like almost 2,000 years back.
Time travel for your ears. Love it.
We're diving into Marcus Aurelius's Meditations.
Classic.
Great. This guy was a Roman emperor. Can you imagine the pressure? And he still found time to reflect, write down these incredibly insightful thoughts.
It's like peeking into the mind of someone who's dealing with, well, everything. Running an empire, personal struggles, you name it.
And he did it all while trying to live by these Stoic principles. Okay, for anyone who's like, Stoic? Sounds kind of intense.
A little bit, yeah. But it's not about being emotionless or anything. Stoicism is about understanding what you can and can't control, focusing on your own actions, reactions, your virtue.
So not getting bogged down by things you can't change.
Exactly, like a global pandemic.
Yeah.
Can't control that. But how you respond to it, how you treat others, that's where your power lies.
Which brings us to Book 9 of Meditations. What really struck me here was Aurelius's emphasis on patience.
Oh, absolutely. Passage 9 especially, right?
Yeah.
He talks about the gods themselves being patient, and if they can handle the chaos of the universe...
Right. With a little grace.
We can probably handle whatever life throws our way.
Easier said than done some days. But then I hit passage 11, and wow, Aurelius just lays it out there. He got rid of his troubles by changing his mindset, not the situation itself.
It's like he invented cognitive behavioral therapy centuries ahead of time.
Right. Our thoughts are powerful. We create our own suffering by how we interpret things, not necessarily by what actually happens.
100%. And he takes it a step further in passage 16, talking about the opinions of others. He's basically saying, think about who you're letting judge you.
Are their opinions even worth your time and energy?
Exactly. We get so caught up in what other people think, especially in the age of social media. But Aurelius reminds us to question those judgments.
Yeah, are they coming from a place of wisdom, of virtue, or are they just noise?
And then he ties this all back to action. Passage 14, he argues that what truly matters isn't how we feel, but what we do.
It's about aligning your actions with your values.
Yes. Living a virtuous life, even when it's hard.
I don't know about you, but I find that incredibly motivating. In a world that feels so chaotic.
Totally.
Aurelius reminds us that we have the power to choose our response, to find some peace within ourselves.
It's a powerful message, and it's as relevant today as it was 2,000 years ago.
So, to everyone listening,
Yeah.
next time you're feeling overwhelmed, remember Marcus Aurelius. Ask yourself, what one thing can I choose to see?
Wake up, get up, power in your stride. Own your thoughts, let them be your guide. Stars in the night, shine just like you. Changes the game, a brand new view. So it's hard, won't be torn apart. Resilient mind, powerful start. Opinions fly, but the truth lies within. Break through the noise, let your journey begin. Anger's a fire, burns you down
That is true strength. If you're going to stay in it, if you're going to win this fight, if you're going to overcome this enemy, against all odds, you're going to have to believe. You're going to need courage. You're going to need grit. You're going to need faith. Your courage must exceed the common sense of man. No man is free who cannot discipline himself. You will never have your destiny. You will never be able to afford your future unless you are disciplined. If you're going to fulfill your purpose, you will suffer the pain of persecution. Not everyone will understand why you are staying in the fight. But if your vision is locked in, you will attain that which you seek. To win any battle, you must fight as if you are already dead. Our lives are so short. There is no time to waste. The approach to combat and everyday life should be the same. We lose in life because we fail to take it seriously. We think it is a game, when in reality, it is warfare. And you will either suffer the pain of regret or the pain of discipline.
If you want to be successful, you must respect one rule: never lie to yourself. Things rarely change for the better in your life unless you change them. In the end, it's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years. Abraham Lincoln. Work on you for you. We do not stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing.
When you come to the end of the journey, you realize there was no journey. Muji.
Whatsoever dieth and falleth, however, and wheresoever it die and fall, it cannot fall out of the world. Here it have its abode and change. Here also shall it have its dissolution into its proper elements. The same are the world's elements, and the elements of which thou dost consist. And they, when they are changed, they murmur not. Why shouldest thou?
They have somewhere to go. What's your desire for your family? What do you want? What do you want as your family? Write that down. What's your desire? Come on. We're getting somewhere. What about your faith? What do you desire to do? Like, I'm not really, I wake up every morning, 3 o'clock, first hour of my day, I dedicate it to my walk and talk with God. What's your faith? I'm not suggesting a particular one for you. I'm not telling you what to do. But if you have a faith, what is it, and how healthy do you want it to be? What's your desired outcome? What kind of fun do you want to have? I just go to Dubai for fun. Anytime I want to have fun, I just go to Dubai. That's my spot for fun. That's just my spot. And then there's a spot, Escarit in Mexico. That's another spot that I like to go to. But those are my two spots when I want to go close, Mexico. When I want to go far, Dubai. Like when I don't want my phone to work, I go to Dubai. When I don't want to be on the same time zone as everybody else, I go to Dubai to get away. All right, so before we go to the next one, all right, I just need you to know, like, you may not have it all now, but when you leave, I need you to know what you desire. Why? Because this is the thing that's going to wake you up, and this is the thing that's going to make you go. So I'm putting kids through college, Super Bowl, Dubai, right? So every day when I wake up, y'all, I'm driven. And most of you are not driven, and you're not driven because you don't have an engine. You don't got an engine. That's how, the only way you stay driven is that you know what you want. You wake up every single day and you go for it. The people who are not driven, they wake up and they clueless. The people who wake up and they don't know exactly what they want to do, they're clueless. The people that are not clear on their life goals, the people that are not clear in every of these areas, they wake up and they wake up whenever they want to, when they wake up sad and they wake up depressed. Why? Because either they don't know what they want or they got this stuff all out of order. Does that make sense? So one of the things we want to do is we want to write it down. We want to put it in the right order. Money does not come first for me. I only need money to house and to take.
People come and go. Focus on you. Our plans miscarry because they have no aim. When a man does not know what harbor he is making for, no wind is the favorable wind.
I am not bound to win, but I am bound to be true. I am not bound to succeed, but I am bound to live by the light that I have. Abraham Lincoln.
Be not afraid of moving slowly. Be only afraid of standing still. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
Go for it now. The future is promised to no one. Wayne Dyer.
Against the academics. If a man, said Epictetus, opposes evident truths, it is not easy to find arguments by which we shall make him change his opinion. But this does not arise either from the man's strength or the teacher's weakness. For when the man, though he has been confuted, is hardened like a stone, how shall we then be able to deal with him by argument? Now there are two kinds of hardening, one of the understanding, the other of the sense of shame. When a man is resolved not to assent to what is manifest, nor to desist from contradictions. Most of us are afraid of mortification of the body, and would contrive all means to avoid such a thing. But we care not about the soul's mortification. And indeed, with regard to the soul, if a man be in such a state as not to apprehend anything or understand at all, we think that he is in a bad condition. But if the sense of shame and modesty are deadened, this we call even power. Do you comprehend that you are awake? I do not, the man replies, for I do not even comprehend when in my sleep I imagine that I am awake. Does this appearance then not differ from the other? Not at all, he replies. Shall I still argue with this man? And what fire or what iron shall I apply to him to make him feel that he is deadened? He does perceive, but he pretends that he does not. He's even worse than a dead man. He does not see the contradiction. He is in a bad condition. Another does see it, but he is not moved, and makes no improvement. He is even in a worse condition. His modesty is extirpated, and his sense of shame, and the rational faculty has not been cut off from him, but it is brutalized. Shall I name this strength of mind? Certainly not, unless we also name it such in catamites, through which they do and say in public whatever comes into their head.
Skin. And if you are not a person that you are comfortable being alone with, that is the one person in this universe that you have full power, full right, full responsibility to change.
If you had to create a human, what would you put them through to make them tough? It probably wouldn't be a really chill life.
Yeah.
What would you put them through to make them patient? Well, you probably wouldn't give them things immediately. And so it's like we want these traits, but each of the traits has a price tag attached to it. And it's just like, do you want to pay the price tag to get the thing? And so I think if people reframed the period of life that they're going through as the price that they're paying out of their wallet, but the wallet is their time, is the seconds of life that they're trading for it, then I think more people would be willing to make the trade. Because at least when I look at myself, like when I'm 80 something years old and I'm looking back at my life, I want to have these traits. But in order to have those traits, I know I have to go through these things. And I think for me, that's given me a lot of comfort in hard times.
You love this game. I mean, love it with your whole heart. Because if you don't, That's not even